And we are live with the Ancient Angels podcast. Welcome, everybody. You thought we weren't going to do it today, but we are. We're just late. I'm here
Like to
with my host.
keeping them guessing.
Yes, exactly. I'm here with my ghost, or host, guest host. You're not a guest. You're
Co-host.
co-host. There you go. JT.
How's it
Um,
going?
how are you? And we are going to be talking about some heavy stuff today. This is going to be a very, very, I think this is going to be hopefully a nail in the coffin video, I think, for a lot of people debating on this subject of Israel. This is going to be, we're going to play a video of a very staunch, he says, staunch Israeli supporter. And we're going to go through and debunk it. And we're going to show video footage of the debunking and all the stuff related to it. So that way this video is hopefully, if you support Israel, I really want you to watch this video. Please watch this video. This will give you some context as to what's actually going on in Israel. This is we'll call this Palestine versus Israel series. Sorry that we're talking about this. I don't like talking about this either, guys, but we got to talk about it because it's what's going on in our world today. I'm kind of over it, honestly, but whatever. So
it's Officer Talmud.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, we're gonna bring it up and we're gonna talk about this stuff, and we're going to first play this video. Dude makes one good point, and then I'm gonna show you guys some other videos of what's really going on over in Palestine. So a lot of people that don't know what's going on in Palestine, you guys need to watch. You should watch this if you don't know what's going on in Palestine and Israel. Absolutely watch this. This is a very informative video, and I'm going to show you guys video footage and why people believe what they believe. So if you're somebody that supports Israel and you're wholeheartedly like, yes, Israel, I believe them, watch this video because this guy's probably going to say everything that you believe, and I'm going to break down everything he says, and we're going to play some counter videos to prove and show what's actually going on. Okay, ready? JT hasn't seen this yet, so ready for funsies.
I think I might have seen part of this, but I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen this longer version, I don't think.
Okay, good. Well, here we go.
That if you're supporting the destruction of a captive, stateless people in Gaza right now, that you will never be able to claim to be pro-life again without being rightfully viewed as the biggest hypocrite in the universe. I think it's kind of undeniable. There's a real conflict between being pro-life and then also supporting a policy, the price tag of which is tens of thousands of slaughtered babies, children.
There's a very big difference between articulating whether a person believes that life starts at conception, not perception, versus a person disagreeing with urban warfare and the way that Israel is carrying out their attacks in Gaza. That's two different things.
No, it's not.
Should not be conflated. I think a lot of people that I know in Israel, including myself and others that are staunch Zionists, think that he is prolonging the war too long and is causing too much damage and irreversible reputational damage. He should have ended it sooner, and he should have went harder. In America, if we had faced such brutality, rape, people getting their heads cut off. I saw videos of people getting their heads cut off.
And you were emotionally
pulled.
pulled.
Swift. Within 48 hours, we would have caused the most damage that you've ever seen to a country in world history. And Netanyahu, for whatever reason, is capitulating, and that he don't want to look bad. He don't want to be shamed. He don't want people to say that he's committing a genocide. So he's playing in the middle for too long. 2 years of this war is too much. He should have eliminated Hamas immediately, and he should not worry about the naysayers. He's darned if he do, he's darned if he don't.
Okay, so he should have. There's so much that I want to say already, but let's just start with the basic here, the basis of what we've got going on. So some of what he said, he said that, was there anything that stuck out to you specifically, JT? I think it was like right around here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I completely disagree with what he said about that. You can debate when conception and where life begins, and we can also have debates about when you can't debate when life begins but you can debate tactics in urban warfare.
Yeah.
Well, yes, you can. Well, I don't think you can. I don't think you.
You said there's a difference.
Well, I don't think that you can.
So this is a Christian's view, by the way. They're like, he's like, I think this guy's Christian, but he's like, I'm Christian and pro-life, but I also support Israel.
Well,
and so, yeah.
Well, I think you could say that we believe that. I don't think that most people here are completely pacifist. I would say that I feel like you have a right to protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're indiscriminately killing civilians and women and children, when you're conducting a war and you're just saying, oh, well, it's worth it. Like, you know, they make a calculated risk and they say it's worth it. I don't think as a Christian, I don't think you have to say that's fine.
Now, real quick, I'm going to share some stuff with you guys.
Oh, is my volume too low?
Is my volume good? Hopefully. Wait, talk, JT.
Hello, hello, hello. Maybe
yours a little low.
Maybe your volume's too high. Is the issue? Wait,
I can't turn mine down very easily.
Hello. Maybe I can just talk closer to the mic.
Yeah. Okay.
How about now?
That's good. Looks good. So here is a Palestinian doctor X-rays of children shot in the head by Israeli snipers in Gaza. See the bullet in the neck, see the bullet in the head. Now, this is just one of many of these photos. There's some more photos right here of children. Same one. This is another child being shot in the head. These are dead children they've X-rayed, seen the bullet in them. Now, these are children throughout Gaza. I have seen multiple videos of children being murdered. Okay, multiple videos. It is alarming. Okay, I can't even show them to you, but I'm going to show you this as well. This one is.
I see all these videos on Twitter. Dead people shot, babies, all this stuff. I'm assuming that's real life.
It is real life. I know 4 people that were killed since this all started. One of them is a relative, and 3 of them are friends. One person that a lot of my followers and everyone that follows me knows about is Mido Halimi. He used to be also a content creator. We collaborated on a video, like we went to the gym together and we worked out together and we made like a little challenge together. This is like one of the very few things that actually break me. We spent some time talking that day about, like our dreams, what we're planning to do when this is all over or when a ceasefire happens and the borders open and stuff. I literally saw myself in him. Like he was like a twin. The 27th of August, 2024, that is the day that he was killed. That was the day that he was martyred. And this is why I make sure to text all the people I know, at least once a day, make sure they are fine, ask them if they need anything, ask them how they are feeling. You never know when it's your last chat. You never know when you're going to get the last message from them.
That is really incredibly sad. There's something I want to say is they say martyr, and I know a lot of Christians might be like, well, he's a martyr. What is it? A martyr doesn't mean he died for his religion. It just means he died for a cause. So his cause was existing, okay? Existing in Palestine. So that's a pretty bold thing, pretty bold way of just existing, and then you can die. So anybody that's being killed is technically a martyr over in Palestine right now. So yeah, that's a big misconception. A lot of times people want to be like, oh, but they're Muslims and they're terrorists and they're bad guys. You've been brainwashed, and I'm going to explain why, but that's okay.
Yeah, right.
So
you're absolutely correct, Brian, though, that we think as Christians a martyr is a Christian who died for his faith. But I mean, you've heard the expression, don't make that person a martyr. It doesn't necessarily, it's not so specific to Christianity, even though there's Christian martyrs. So yeah, you're absolutely correct. It's that you can make anybody a martyr depending on what they stand for and why they died.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you die for what you believe, you could say they're a martyr to a certain cause.
Your mic is low, by the way. Is your mic? Wait, is your mic on? Is the speaker choosing your mic to talk through? Touch your mic. Touch your mic. Do you hear noise?
Let me see.
Okay, your mic's on.
Yeah, it's on. I don't know. It's weird. I never have a
using
problem.
the mic.
I'm talking right into it. Is it?
That's better.
Yeah, if I talk.
If you talk super into it.
That's kind of that's a bummer.
It's all right. It's all right. We don't need to talk as much, I guess. Anyways, okay. So let's watch another.
I got actually a really good video of the destruction in Gaza. If you want to watch that, I'll cue it up whenever.
Okay, I've got ones too here. I'm going to show you. So this is propaganda I won't fall for. Now, this is fascinating because a lot of times you hear Oh, it's self-defense. It's self-defense. It's self-defense. Just look at this picture. Look at this video, guys. Like, are you kidding me? Self-defense? Are you kidding me? That's decimation, bro. That ain't self-defense.
It's sickening.
I mean, when you see that, it's so obvious this is not a self-defense thing. They have leveled every single building, and they've told you, oh, it's self-defense, it's self-defense. No, bro, they have destroyed every single building structure and thing related to it. So, yeah, let me just bring up this other next video of self-defense. Just, this is what they live in, guys. These aren't terrorists. These are people. These are human beings that are living in tents while Israel's dropping bombs on the tents. This one's pretty clear. There you go. Look at that. Oh, let's blow up these people's tents. There's nothing even there, guys. Look. It's just tents. Okay, that's, yeah, bad guys. We gotta blow up those tents.
Yeah, wait. Let me play my video.
Okay, play one.
So I think this is a good one.
Oh wait, let me do this last one and you play one.
Okay. Okay.
I'll just do this last one.
90% of Gaza is destroyed. 1.9 million Palestinians have been displaced. Officially, 50,000 are dead, but it's far larger than that because anybody buried under the rubble is not counted as dead. I have Palestinian friends. They have families that were killed. They're not even counted on the list of the dead. I mean, the numbers are probably, I would guess, a couple 100,000 at least dead. Just on March 21st, they blew up the Turkish-donated cancer hospital in a controlled demolition. They blew up Isra University in a controlled demolition. There are no universities in Gaza. Every single one has been destroyed. There's nothing left in Gaza. I don't even know how anyone could even argue this. That's incontrovertible. I mean, I'm not making it up. And for 3 weeks, there's no food. Nothing is getting in. We're beginning to see mass starvation. It's a genocide. A genocide is about the extermination of not just a people, but their culture, their history, their habitat, everything. There's nothing there. I mean, even Trump admits there's nothing there.
Dang. That's like so, I mean, it's like, when you see it, it's like, how can you argue at a certain point? Okay, go ahead and share your thing.
Okay. Yeah, check this out. This goes right along with it.
How much of Gaza has Israel destroyed?
Oh my gosh.
Have now started their latest offensive on Gaza City. For Palestinians there and across the Strip, the land is now almost entirely uninhabitable. Almost all of Gaza is either controlled by the Israeli military or subject to its evacuation warnings. Most of the remaining population now lives within this small area. Much of Gaza has been flattened. Satellite imagery reveals the scale of the destruction. A UN agency identified damage to more than 190,000 buildings. That's 70%
Dude, it's all flat.
War structures. This destruction has left vast amounts of rubble across Gaza, an estimated 53.5 million tons. The World Bank reckons all this translates to roughly 300,000 homes damaged or destroyed, 62% of Gaza's total. The damage to Gaza isn't only from Israeli airstrikes. Israeli forces have used demolitions and bulldozers to destroy residential areas. The IDF has said it only destroys buildings out of military necessity in its fight against Hamas.
Such a
There is
joke.
ample evidence to suggest otherwise. One objective appears to be to create a military buffer zone along Gaza's border. These videos were posted on social media by an IDF soldier. They show the controlled destruction of entire neighborhoods. They were reportedly taken in Gaza, a town in southern Gaza. By July 2025, it was completely flattened.
Wow.
If a permanent buffer zone is created and residents are unable to return, Israel's actions would amount to ethnic cleansing. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said it is not Israel's policy to settle Gaza.
We don't want to stay in Gaza. That's not our purpose.
No, they just want to murder everyone there.
Powerful allies have not hidden their desire to ethnically cleanse the territory.
צה"ל ממשיך עוד לטהר ולהפוך כל אבן ולהשמיד תשתיות. האזרחים העזתים מרוכזים בדרום, מיואשים לחלוטין, מבינים שאין שם תוחלת ואין מה לחפש בעזה, ומחפשים רילוקיישן להתחיל חיים חדשים במקומות אחרים.
People in Gaza have begun thinking the unthinkable. A survey conducted in May by a leading Palestinian pollster found that 43% of residents would be willing to emigrate at the end of the war. That's striking because Palestinians have a well-grounded fear that if they do manage to leave, Israel will never let them return. Israel's actions in Gaza are leaving Palestinians there with an impossible choice: be forced out or fight to survive in a place that's almost entirely uninhabitable.
Dang. Yeah, so that's just one aspect of this. There is more. There's so much more. Just so you guys know, everybody's going to be like, okay, now what about, they're terrorists and they were attacking and we got to talk about them. They were attacking them first. Who started it? Okay. That's one of the big debates. And, who started it was Israel. They started it in 1948 when they came in and took over their houses. Okay. So what you're seeing the Hamas attack response is oftentimes a retaliation to what has already happened to these people. Do you understand? So imagine if you lived here and Mexico, like all of a sudden started encroaching, and you lived close to Mexico, started encroaching onto your neighborhood. And so what this is called the settlers. And these Israeli settlers are incentivized by the Israeli government to go in and terrorize the Palestinian people. So what they do is they go to the neighborhoods, they start throwing rocks, setting fires, killing their dogs, killing their animals, cutting down their crops, destroying their crops, cutting their trees. Mind you, everything I just listed, I've literally seen videos of. It would be really terrible to just pull up all those videos. They go and start terrorizing these people in their neighborhood. So imagine some, Mexico's right next to the border. You live on the border and a bunch of Hispanic people come over from Mexico. Okay, not Hispanic. We'll say Mexico people from Mexico come over, start terrorizing your house. Okay, I'm not being racist here. Let's just clarify. Another country comes over here, starts terrorizing your house, and then they start like throwing rocks at you every day. And then all of a sudden you're like, what the heck? Like, dude, we got to get out. And you like leave. Well, once you leave, those people from that other country go into your house and change the locks on your house. This is what they do. This is what they've been doing. And then people come back over and then they call the Israeli guard and say, hey, this is our property. We're God's chosen people. This is our house now. We got this house. And then the Israeli guard, IDF, shows up and then they say, yeah, can you redraw the border to include this neighborhood? And so the IDF draws a border and includes the neighborhood because they chased all the people in that one neighborhood out because they attacked them so bad. So this is what has been going on since 1948. And Israel has been encroaching and encroaching and encroaching on this border, on their borders, ever since their inception. They go in with the settlers, terrorize the people, kick them out of their houses. People leave because they're like getting rocks thrown out and they can't sleep and all kinds of craziness keeps happening. And then they move into their house, hijack the house, change the locks, and then lock the family out of the house. And then call the IDF to redraw the border. And so this has been going on over and over and over. And so I'm going to show you guys just one of the footage of this. Entire screen, audio. I'll just show you guys this one because I did save this video.
We're under attack by settlers right now.
So this is the Israeli settlers coming over with rocks on the West Bank, Palestine.
The village of Susia was just attacked by settlers. They invaded, masked, were throwing rocks at the Palestinians, some of them using slings. And these kinds of attacks happen practically every day. Obviously, the Israeli army and police are doing nothing. They did not arrive. And usually when they do arrive, they arrest the victims, the Palestinians.
Hey, JT, can you look up settlers attack on the search where you were looking up before? Maybe I'll have you share that.
You're talking about, yeah, I've got it.
Lasted about half an hour.
No, not the one.
Back into their
Not them destroying food. Another one. Just type in settlers attacking Palestinians or something.
Okay.
Because we'll show that first. And so, because there's tons of videos. I only got this one video, but there is so many videos that you can look up of the settlers attacking. So, like, if you just look up the settlers, what they do is they come into an area, they, again, harass and attack. And once the people are basically fed up, they move, and then they get their borders redrawn. And so, yeah, JT, if you can pull up videos, just type in like settlers, Israeli settlers, actually. Just type in Israeli settlers. Say what?
Okay, wait, I think I got something. I got a baby.
And so this is going on since 1948, guys. This is the model. This is how Israel has taken over so much land. It wasn't because they have been slowly taking land, encroaching by every little neighborhood, and they redraw the border. Then they draw the border again. Then they redraw the border. Then they draw the border again. And it's like over and over and over. Oh yeah, this is a good video, actually. I've seen this one.
As we stood there, masked settlers carrying sticks charged down the hill and across the field towards us. A completely unprovoked attack.
We have to go, Fred. Get out of here, guys.
As we pull back along the road, some of Brahim's neighbors turn up with catapults and stones. As settlers on a quad bike chase away a white truck carrying local volunteer emergency workers. This has now escalated into open confrontation between settlers and local Palestinians, with more people coming to join the fight on either side. Locals say this is happening almost every day now, and these are the tactics settlers are using to take the land field by field.
This is how they do it, guys.
The spread of this attack was breathtaking. Dozens of settlers fanning out across the hills. We watched them break into buildings. Methodically
taking down a door there.
To vehicles and homes. Shepherds rushing their flocks away as the hillside breaks into flames. In just a couple of hours, this conflict has spiraled from one olive grove all across these hills. Settlers have been chasing Palestinians off their land. Several houses have been set on fire, and the arrival of the army has done little to stop it.
Yeah, the army will let it happen.
The area arrived to help, but the army has sealed off the main road. The army later told us that Palestinians had burnt tires and that 4 Israelis were treated at the scene. Rifa was trying to reach her husband, trapped in their farmhouse, but the army pointed their weapons and sent me back, she said.
Every other day, the settlers do this to us. They attack us, cut down the olive trees, and burn the farms. This is not alive. No one can stop them. We have nothing to resist them with. They have weapons. We have nothing.
We weren't able to speak to any of the settlers involved. The local settlers' council told us there were elements on both sides seeking provocation, which it strongly condemned. Later that night, 18-year-old Hamdan Abu Alaya was shot by Israeli troops in a Mraya village nearby. He later died in hospital. Today at his funeral, his mother told us he'd gone to see the fires lit by settlers nearby. I raised him for 18 years, and he was gone in a minute, she told us. The Israeli army told us they'd shot at terrorists, throwing rocks and Molotov cocktails at them.
Terrorists.
His father said he refused to show the Israelis his tears. They thought if they killed our son, we'd leave, he said.
I will not shout and scream and say, why is he gone? I'm not sad that he passed. I encourage young men to do anything they can against the criminal occupier.
At the local mosque, a hero's welcome. In the language of this conflict, each birth and each burial only strengthens their ties to the land. Lucy Williamson, BBC News, the occupied West Bank.
Dude, there's another video that's really interesting. One of our presidents, who's the one that recently died? The president that recently died. What was his name?
Which president of which country?
Of America.
Oh, Jimmy Carter?
Jimmy Carter, I think that's it. So Jimmy Carter in talks to Palestinian man about his land. So there is a video of Jimmy Carter, I believe it is, double checking this, that talks to a Palestinian man. And the Palestinian man literally says, these are my trees. These are my trees. And Carter goes, but these are not my trees no more. And then Carter is like, but these are your trees. And he goes, no. Israel come and take. And he's like, well, that's not right. These are your trees. He goes, I plant these trees, I grow them, but these are not my trees no more. And even Carter was like, but these are your trees. You should go get them back. And he goes, no, we not get back my trees. Like, he was just like telling him, like, I can't. Like, the Israeli people took them and they'll kill me if I try to get my trees back. And so I think it was Carter that went to that. And there's another video that's pretty, just progressively grown. There's another video.
You see this, and I think this is what people are confused about, is that, so in 1947, what the Brits and them gave them this land. They gave parts of this land. But you can actually see what they were allowed to occupy. And then there was a war, and they changed the borders. And then so Israel is actually illegally occupying parts of the things that they're not allowed to. Actually, you can look this up. There's a UN resolution. Yeah, that they were supposed to give this land back. So these people in Palestine, they have no government. They literally are just helpless. Like they have no legal recourse to do anything. And you see like bands of marauders come in there. And like, so if they fight back, they're the terrorists.
Exactly.
It's like, what do they say? There's provocateurs on both sides. It's like, it's their land.
Yeah.
The settlers are coming onto their land. So who's the provocative one?
No, JT, it's Israel's land. It was promised to them 3,000 years ago.
Actually, we know that God's promises were conditional to those people, and those people have not repented. So yeah, that dog's not going to hunt. But people actually read their Bibles.
Yeah. So the interesting part is, like, all of this, it was these people's lands, and more directly, I would say, is that the people of Palestine are more than likely the original Jews. By the way, side note, surprise, so you know.
They're definitely Semitic. Okay, Ginger and Juice says Palestine voted in Hamas. Well, you know who funded Hamas? That would be Bibi Netanyahu's government. So the whole point is that, and plus, the term between a terrorist and a freedom fighter is depending on which side you believe is actually on the righteous side, right? Because the revolution, you know, like the people of the revolution in America were terrorists.
They'd been terrorists.
They would have been terrorists if they'd have lost, right? But they won, so they were freedom fighters. So when you're like, I mean, let's just say Hamas is all the things that Israel says they are. Can you blame them for wanting somebody who's going to fight back against people who come across their land and just try to take it from them, burn their houses down? You know what I'm saying? Like, but extreme times calls for extreme measures, and not that I endorse any of it, but I mean, like, how can you blame somebody who's going to go burn your house down and kill your children? And it's like, oh well, they got some bad people in there now. But you need bad people to fight bad people sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, like, not, and I wouldn't even say that they're necessarily bad people, that they're human people, okay? And they're godless people, okay? That's fine. Like, all people without the Lord respond in a very simplistic way. If you hurt me, I hurt you back, okay? If you don't have God in you, what do you think? How do you think they're going to respond? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and so these Palestinians get kicked out of their houses, or their grandparents get kicked out of their houses, or their parents get kicked out of their houses, you know, and then all of a sudden they're left living in nowhere land, or in the dirt, or at their friends' families' houses because they got their neighborhood hijacked. And so all the Palestinians are being crammed into one area, and they're all being forced to live together and being like overrun. And then they get pissed and they're like, dude, these Israeli people just taking over my house. Like, what the heck, man? Like, and they retaliate back by like, well, fine. If you're going to attack us, we're going to burn our own house down. They're like, if I can't have my house, you can't have it either. And so the retaliation that you see the Palestinian people retaliating is because they came in and took their freaking house. They took their land, they took their farms, they took their animals, they took everything from them. And so the Palestinian people are pissed, and they probably murdered their family. And so like a lot of these Hamas are just people who got their whole family killed, okay? And they've got nothing else to live for, their whole livelihood taken from them, their house, their security taken. And so then all of a sudden they're like these angry children. Angry kids that have nothing else to live for. And then all of a sudden, Benjamin Netanyahu funds by giving them guns and money. They gave them guns. Israel is, this is not secret. This is not conspiracy, guys. You can look this up. Benjamin Netanyahu funded Hamas several times, interjected money and things given to Hamas. This has happened several occasions where they gave them money. Is our screen frozen? My screen's all weird.
I think I got a video about, I think it might be Rand Paul or somebody, or Ron Paul talking about that.
Yeah. It's literally been funded by Hamas. So the thing is, it's like it's crazy because, or funded by Benjamin Netanyahu, Hamas says. And Benjamin Netanyahu said he can control the flames. I can control the flames. That's his idea. Like that. And you're like, control the flames of what? The angry mob that you've created, you've engineered by murdering all these people and taking their houses, and then gave them guns and weapons and gave them training. In fact, there was a guy called English Bob who talked about, like, there's a thing related to English Bob who trained them.
Oh, you talking about the psyop that was, what, ISIS?
Yeah.
It was like a British guy. Yeah. That's so
they've literally given them weapons, give them money, and then said, imagine you take everything from you, kill your family, and then give you a bunch of guns and money and say, here you go, do something about it. It's like, of course they're going to do something about it. Of course they're going to respond. Of course they're going to attack back. You just gave them weapons and took everything from them. Duh. Like, what do you think they're going to do? And then people are like, oh, they're terrorists. No, they're not. They're humans. They're human beings that just lost everything. So anyways, it's absurd. It's really absurd. And then they're like attacking them with rockets, which is not actually a thing, by the way. Side note, we'll get to that here in a second. But what, are you going to show something else, JT?
If I can find this video, I'll find the one where Ron Paul's talking about where Hamas came from.
Okay, let me share. I'll share this now then. Screen, entire screen. Here we go. All right, so let's talk about.
I got it. You want to hear it? See the video?
Wait, I do too, but is my screen not sharing?
I know you got your screen's working. I see it.
I can't see it at all.
Okay. You want me to share this then?
Okay, I stopped. You share.
If you look at history, you'll find out that Hamas was encouraged and really started by Israel because they wanted Hamas to counteract Yasser Arafat. And you said, well, yeah, that was better then and served its purpose, but we didn't want Hamas to do this. So then we as Americans say, well, we have such a good system, we're going to impose this on the world. We're going to invade, teach people how to be Democrats. We want free elections. So we encourage the Palestinians to have a free election. They do, and they elect Hamas. So we first indirectly and directly through Israel help establish Hamas. Then we have election. Then Hamas becomes dominant, so we have to kill them. You know, it just doesn't make sense. During the 80s, you know, we were allied with Osama bin Laden, and we were contending with the Soviets. It was at that time our CIA thought it was good if we radicalized the Muslim world. So finances the madrasa schools to radicalize the Muslims in order to compete with the Soviets. There's too much blowback. There's a lot of reasons why we should oppose this resolution. It is not in the interest of the United States. It's not in the interest of Israel either.
Okay. Now, I want to make something clear. Radicalize the Muslims. Just so you guys know, before 1948, people didn't have to wear hijabs. Did you know that, JT? That wasn't.
Oh yeah, if you look at Iran before we got involved there, yeah, it would look like a lot better place.
Yeah, it was totally fine. It was like a normal place. Like it didn't have to. You didn't have to wear hijab. You didn't have to like fit into the little terrorist sort of oppressive community. Okay, Israel radicalized them by putting psycho Muslims. You know what it's like? Okay, there's crazy Christians, right? We know there's crazy Christians. Imagine, like, I mean, here's one. Imagine Jehovah's Witness. You can't celebrate birthday parties. You can't do any of that, right? Okay, that's kind of crazy, kind of oppressive. Girls, you gotta all wear jean dresses.
Hey, can you see if you can turn my mic up on your end?
It's fully on your end. It's fully on my end.
It's down.
I'll turn mine down, I guess, a little bit. Are people still saying it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll turn mine down.
Mic check. Let's see. Are we good? Are we better?
Now mine's dead. Down to the same level yours is at.
Okay.
What happens if I reload the page? Will it stay live? Because my screen's frozen.
It's fine.
My screen's,
reload it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can reload it, I think.
Reload.
Oh, he's gone. It'll be fine now. You guys can hear me alone. You can turn up your computers now. You can turn up your phones now. Okay, we're equal now. But he's gone. Okay, good. But yeah, I want to respond to something that Ginger and Juice said. That said that we would have sided with the Canaanites. No, we side with God, and we don't side with people who are in rebellion against God.
No.
So again, the land promises were conditional. If you keep my commandments. So yes, they were expelled from the land. They were returned back into it, and then they were expelled again. And there's been not one time that Israel's gone into that land with God's blessing unrepentant. Instead.
Yeah.
So have they repented? You know, if you're a Christian, you would say absolutely not. They don't serve the same God as us.
No,
So
definitely
just
don't.
be very clear about that. Judeo-Christian values are not the same values. You have Judeo over here and Christian values over here. They are not the same.
Not remotely the same. And the other thing is, like, guys, just so you know, so like when it comes to their the hijab wearing stuff, guys, like what my analogy I wanted to give is like, imagine if Jehovah's Witness, imagine they bombed our country.
Brian, you're saying you're still loud.
Okay. Imagine if, here, I'm quieter now, I should be. Imagine if the Jehovah's Witness, they bombed America and they put some Jehovah's Witness leader in place, and the Jehovah's Witness leader was like, you know what? I turned it down already, guys. I turned it all down. Turned everything
Is he good now? We good?
Yeah, should be. And they put this Jehovah's Witness leader in, and the Jehovah's Witness leader is like, no, bro, they messing with y'all.
It's fine. Okay, it's fine.
It's fine. Okay. And they put the Jehovah's Witness leader in, and the Jehovah's Witness is like, we're going to make it illegal to celebrate birthdays. If you celebrate a birthday, guess what? Prison to you. Okay. Like we would think Christianity's a nutcase religion. We would be like, dude, you can't celebrate birthday parties without going to prison. You can't, girls all have to wear jean dresses always, only. And, like, bro, they would literally, you would think Christianity is a nutcase Christian religion. Okay. It's the same thing with the Muslims, guys. That's literally what they did. We radicalized them by putting in position Muslims that were incredibly psychotic and demented with their belief system. Okay. Okay. They were incredibly demonically influenced, and they just were hyper religious. Okay. So that's what we did to the Muslims. And that's why the Muslim belief is crazy like that. It used to not be that way at all, guys. Here, I'm going to share my screen now and share some video of what things were kind of like. Let's see. So this is old Palestine. So this is Israelis just...
People are fighting back with their stones while they're getting shot at with live ammunition.
Are you never afraid?
Fighting back with stones while getting shot at with live ammunition. Did you hear what she just said?
Well, there's times that you get afraid. There was a demonstration today.
After church, they went on a demonstration, and the Israeli soldiers shot at them like they do every day. Fight for what is right. And that's what you have to do. You can't be afraid.
But you're going to lose your life.
But it's better to lose your life than to live under occupation.
Suffer something like this. It's the first one that hit our family, but everybody has something in their family, the same thing. Somebody who was shot, or somebody who was injured, or somebody who's paralyzed.
Or somebody in prison. The most serious thing that has happened in our family is that our cousin Amjad was murdered last month. Well, after he went to pray in the mosque, he went out and there was a demonstration, and the soldiers caught him and they tortured him very badly, and then they shot him later in the heart, close range. They tortured him. He was only 14 years old.
14. Yeah. Anyways, so pretty terrible. Let's look at this. This is
As you see, I'm a Palestinian, far away from you, and I've come here to talk about.
Notice they're not wearing hijabs, guys. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
What's going on outside, and to see what you feel about meeting me and talking about your attitudes towards what I feel. A lot of time we've been spending it at house without schools, and you know the reason why. And because they were shot, and we didn't have much time to study the things you studied. So we had to cross 2 years in 1 year, and that's much different.
Yes, but I also think that our activities are sometimes different. I mean, I don't go with my friends and throw stones at soldiers.
Throw stones at soldiers.
How could you? How would you? I mean, why? Because you're living in a state. You're not occupied. We are.
Yes, but I still, even if I were occupied, I don't think I would do these things in order to solve it.
You don't live the situation we are living. You don't see soldiers killing people. You never had your brother arrested, have you? Have you ever seen him bleeding? Have you ever seen him beaten up? And he's a small kid. Why? Because he wants land, wants a government. I mean, this is not a good situation. It's not good. You don't feel good. I don't think you feel good. This is.
Maybe Lula wants to find the solution. I didn't hear, the say, but I'm sure there are other Palestinian kids who want this situation to continue. And showing, the situation this way, I don't think it's very fair, because then you give the viewer in your country the only choice of sympathizing with Lula and not with us. You see?
We have 21 Arab states, okay? And they're ready to take Palestinians there. But why don't we live in our land? Why should strangers come and kick us out and stay in our land, and we should find another state? Why?
We're not strangers.
What? Our cousins?
We believe it's our land like you believe it's yours. We can live together.
Okay. Live together? You're blaming me for throwing stones because I want to live.
And you're blaming us that we're killing your family. You see, we cannot live like this when everybody hates each other and blaming each other.
You can't kill for peace. This is a silly reason. You can't kill for peace.
We're not killing for peace. We're killing for our existence.
Like, dang. That video is so, like, powerful, I think, in explaining exactly what the world used to be like and how we should function. That's old. That's how it used to be in Palestine. And there's another video here. I'll share this one.
Well, it's what just so striking to me about that video too is you see this obviously brown woman, and then you got a bunch of white European people there claiming it's their land.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's just so sick. I mean, because you know, like, who actually lived there before. I mean, I think that's what people just don't get. It's like that white Europeans came there and took these people's land, and they claim that God always had given it to them. But it was really the Rothschilds who'd given it to them.
Yeah.
And then so they settled in amongst people, and they really didn't have any good claim to kick those people out. But yet, like, those people have always lived there. I mean, I guess it's – I think that from an American standpoint, you'd probably say, oh, well, we took these people's land. You know,
that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago, and it's like we don't do that now.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore.
I mean, yeah, now we just give our land away to people. I guess that's what our governments do now.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you see that, you're like, these people are so entitled. Like, why would anyone throw rocks at soldiers?
Because they don't have weapons.
Right. And I think that's what people need to get through their skulls, is that it's not a war. It's war involves two different armies. They don't have an army.
Yes.
That's why it's a genocide. It's literally soldiers going in and terrorizing people. And so who are the real terrorists? The ones who are killing women and children. You know, that's the thing. It's like that the one thing we brought up too is that on a previous podcast was there's this all Christian settlement in the West Bank called Taba. It's the oldest Christian settlement in that whole area. And Israeli settlers came in there and just started burning stuff down in an all-Christian settlement.
Wow.
So God is not honored by that. Obviously, he's not honored by that, even if they weren't Christians. But especially because they are Christians, it's like, who's promised that land?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just crazy. It's crazy, man.
And I want to show you guys this. Israeli soldiers fire on Palestinians, throwing rocks. Guys, look. They're throwing rocks. And they're getting shot out with guns. This is your Hamas, guys. Look how deadly. Oh my gosh, these deadly Hamas. So dangerous. So dangerous. The press is like, we're out of here. Oh, look at these dangerous Hamas guys getting shot at with bullets while they throw freaking rocks, guys. Are you seeing what's happening here? Do you understand? Do you understand what exactly is going on in this battle? Y'all think there's a war going on. It's not a war. It's an extermination.
Yes,
okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what it is.
This is people that live in the land that have tied on headbands and are calling themselves, you know, they freaking, look, he's got an FBI hat, which is even more suspicious because you're like, why does this guy have an FBI hat if this isn't a planned thing? You know, I mean, it's even more suspicious. But these are the Palestinian people. Like, the FBI probably gave them yellow headbands and gave them some rocks and said, here's some slings, fight back so we can film it and say that it's you guys attacking us. Like, when you look into this, guys, it is insane. Like, it's literally what's going on. Like, it's children throwing rocks at tanks going through their neighborhood, through their freaking streets, their neighbor. What else are you going to do? If a tank from another country shows up in your neighborhood, what are you going to do other than throw rocks at it? You don't even have weapons. And they're sitting over here like, oh, they're throwing rocks at the soldiers. They make it sound like they're being evil. No, bro, their freaking soldiers are showing up in their neighborhoods, running over their cars, killing their brothers and sisters, and you've got children with rocks. Do you not see how insane what is actually going on?
100%.
This is an extermination of children throwing rocks because they have nothing else. Their parents were probably murdered. They probably don't. Their brothers and sisters are murdered. What are these little kids doing? They're just like, what do we do? The bad guys are here. Throw rocks. Throw rocks at the bad guys. And then they're like, look at them. They're throwing cardboard at the tanks because they've got nothing else. They're in their freaking neighborhood. Why is there children there at all, guys? It's not like these children are coming throwing rocks at soldiers. No, the Israeli soldiers are coming into their neighborhoods, blowing up, murdering their family, and then all they can do is throw rocks.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that, yeah, like you don't throw rocks at soldiers if you have any other way to fight them.
Yes, you would have guns if you could fight them.
It ain't good.
This is them with guns. And look, Israeli raid. They're coming in, and these people don't even have weapons. They're throwing rocks. Look, that's all they got.
Those are little rocks. Those are the pebbles they're throwing. And that guy was throwing like little tiny rocks.
In their neighborhood. Imagine this. And then these are smoke bombs being let off by Israel. This is not a war, guys. Let me just reiterate. This is not a war. This is an extermination going on in Gaza. And if you are for Israel, you are highly, highly deceived about this. Do you understand what we just explained? Why they are throwing rocks? That's why you keep hearing it. That's all. And they're like, oh, well, we couldn't believe they're throwing rocks. Bro, you're in their freaking neighborhood running them over. There is video footage. I have seen multiple videos of Palestinian people being ran over by tanks. I saw an ambulance, a Palestinian ambulance get pinned, and the tank just ran them over. Killed whoever was in the ambulance and everyone with it.
They bombed churches in Palestine. I think they've bombed like 3 different churches in Palestine.
Your heart is so dead if you do not see what I'm showing you and describe what I'm showing you, bro. I don't know what to tell people. Your heart is dead if you don't recognize that this is a problem.
I just think the real issue is that most people who still support Israel, they for one say, nuh-uh, the stuff you're showing us is propaganda. It's not real. And then you have the other people saying, oh, well, they're trying to fight terrorists. So it's like they talk out of both sides of their mouth.
Terrorists with rocks.
Well, no, but you know what I'm saying? They talk out of both sides of their mouth. They first try to deny it's ever happening. They try to say that it's all propaganda from Hamas. And then the other side is like, oh, well, those people are being, the terrorists are hiding behind the people. So therefore it's justified even if it's true. So, it's kind of like, it's like, what's it, like, which is it? Is it true or is it not true? It's very clearly that it's true. It's happening. Again, we showed those videos where they're showing very clearly that it is happening. Like the whole place is, what they say, 70% of the buildings have been destroyed. 60-something% of the houses have been destroyed.
Yeah, it's like, it's leveled, dude. That place is leveled.
Oh, it's horrific.
Guys, now I'm going to show you guys, so just so we can clarify some ethics here. Here is Israeli trucks going by a taxi. Just run it over. Oh, taxi, you're a little too much in the way. For no reason.
So who are the terrorists, Brian, in this scenario?
Yeah. You said who are the terrorists?
Yeah, I said who are the terrorists? You can see who the terrorists are. The people driving the military trucks just running into people indiscriminately.
Indiscriminately just destroyed this guy's business and his livelihood, probably. Ran over his business, his taxi. Done. That's great. Let's look at another video. Let's talk about ethics. Oh, here's a Palestinian. They're trying to run him over again.
Your screen share just went down. Did you mean to take it down?
Say what?
You're not sharing the screen anymore.
Oh, it didn't share my screen. Shoot. It's just a dude running away from getting ran over. It's just another Palestinian guy that they tried to kill and murder and run him over. They don't succeed. He gets away, thankfully. Oh, wait, what the heck? My light just went out. So, anyways. So let's talk about another video here. Let's talk about some more ethics.
Somebody was saying play the Wesley Clark video. I saw you key that up. What is that about?
I don't know, but maybe I'll pull it up here in a minute. But
I need to play when the Israelis destroying their food.
Yeah, we'll play that here in a second. But just so you guys are aware, for those that don't know, this is them in Palestine getting food in bags and flowers that is partially destroyed, but somehow still gets to them. This is what it looks like. This is how they're living. While there's gunfire going off in the background, they're being shot at. They're pulling out dirt and flour. Do you see this? And they're being shot at. Same time. If that does not move you, I don't know what to say. You are like spiritually dead in some capacity. I don't know what else to say. Like that is so. Let's watch another one. Let's see another one. Wow. All just trying to get food, guys. That's literally what they're trying to do. Pretty disturbing. This is how they get food, by the way. While getting shot at. These are not terrorists being shot at, guys. These are children, young kids. This is them just trying to get food. Okay? That's it. That's all they're trying to do. This is what it looks like. Looks like a scene. I mean, it looks like a scene out of hell. Look at that.
And this is why they changed the community guidelines on TikTok.
Say what?
This is why they changed the community guidelines on TikTok. Not to prevent people from seeing the rapture happen, live streaming the rapture. It's because this stuff is affecting people, as it should.
As it should, absolutely. Look. Out of food. Dirt and beans, guys. Guys, I don't know like how to tell you like if this doesn't bother your heart, like I don't know what's like you need to read.
Hey,
like,
let me show them why they have no food, Brian. I got those videos queued up.
Oh yeah. The power of propaganda had the whole world believing the guy in the tank was the victim. Isn't that fascinating?
That's a good meme.
That's literally how powerful propaganda is. And then it says takeaway from AP examines two. Yeah, we'll talk about that too here. Here, I'm going to let you go, JD. Ready?
Okay.
Dang. That is so sad. Oh wait, are those kids wearing yarmulkes? Wait, I thought it was Hamas that was taking the. But Hamas was the one hijacking the trucks. Yeah. Hamas. And you know what else they said?
That's all right. Hold on. Yeah, not that one. Yeah, this is a good one, I think, right here.
Yeah, those are food trucks. There were supposed to be food to aid and food to Gaza. Guess what? It never made it because you see the little yarmulke wearing people there? Yeah, they attacked the trucks. They decimated the food supply that was supposed to go to Gaza. All the aid doesn't reach Gaza because the people destroy it, guys. We're talking about the people. Because these Israeli people are so brainwashed into thinking that Gazans are less than human and they don't deserve anything, that they've just destroyed it. The people of Israel are so brainwashed into thinking we can destroy anything related. Look at they're waving their flag as they're like, no aid for terrorists. For children. Guys, this is for children and people. That they've hijacked their land, taken their houses, and they're laughing. The world is sick, guys. This is disgusting.
Yeah, that's just...
You stop
sharing? I mean,
so
so I saw a lot of people who obviously are good-hearted in the chat, and they were saying, how can we donate to feed these people? It's not for lack of money. It's not for lack of people trying to donate. It's like literally people are trying their best to get them food, and they're not letting the food get in. And you have people who are destroying, they're terrorizing the food trucks. Again, who are the real terrorists? Like, it's easy to call Hamas terrorists. I'm not saying they're not. But these people are terrorists when they destroy food that's not theirs to prevent it from going to people who are starving to death.
Dude, I have a video as well. I didn't pull it up, but it was the Jews taking the Palestinian aid. They've actually been giving it out to all the Israelis.
Oh, I'm sure they are. I mean, obviously they're
either
laughing destroying
about
it or stealing it.
Yeah. Now this video, I'm gonna play this video because it's just says it so clearly.
So what they're trying to do is block trucks like this if it's running and demand the ID of the drivers. That's how they know whether they're delivering aid or not. But obviously that's not at all illegal. The police were just down the hill.
These are the settlers, by the way, the same guys.
I don't know.
Can you see my screen, JT? Because my screen's frozen.
Yeah.
So they're blocking us from shooting them off the left. Saying a minute. So basically one of the ways that they get intelligence is by asking soldiers like the one in the car behind us.
So there's an IDF soldier in the car.
Where the convoys are going, when they'll be at junctions like this one. Oh! Easy.
So that's an Israeli IDF soldier.
He did not take a picture of you. When you're coming in with a masked face, I'm very scared. No, he did not see you. But you came and no face. No face. What is this? This is a camera. Look down here. They just put that boulder. Put that boulder right in front of the wheels to block it. Do you have a right to ask them for documents?
We just ask them from where you go.
This child, guys, their children are brainwashed.
How many trucks have you stopped today?
Today, because the police, we stopped 01.
Okay, so those of you that have been lied to and told that it's Hamas stopping all the food aid trucks, it's not. It's the freaking Israelis. And it's not just the Israelis, it's the people of Israel. These children and Israeli children are brainwashed into thinking that what they're doing is good.
Crazy, dude. It's crazy. Do you ever remember in history class what they told you what the Germans did in the 30s and the 40s?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And people said, how could anyone have let that happen?
Yes.
Whether the story's actually completely true the way they told you, but people always thought, how could that have ever gone on? How could the people ever accept that? Well, you're watching it happen right now.
Live.
You're watching it happen right now, and people still have cognitive dissonance, and they still try not to see it.
Yep.
But it's right there. I mean, it's like it's happening right now. It's like, and I know some people are saying that we shouldn't be talking about this, but I mean, it's kind of like, my conscience and Brian's conscience bear witness against us if we don't.
Oh yeah,
It's not something you want to talk about, but I mean, it's like, And yes, some other people said that there's other horrible things happening in the world.
We'll get to that.
I will speak out against everything that my government is funding. Because make no mistake, we are funding this.
Oh, yes.
And potentially we're going to go to World War III for this crap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? I mean, like, that's just, interesting to go back to like Charlie Kirk. But he had a heated meeting at the White House saying we should not go to war with Iran for Israel. I mean, when you see the stuff that's going on, it's kind of like, we are not on the side of the good guys.
From Brooklyn?
Not saying we're the good guys either, but I'm saying that we are not the good guys, and we would not be going to war on the side of the good guys if we go to war on their behalf after seeing all the wicked stuff you just saw in these videos.
Yeah. There's more, a few more that I'm going to show. Watch this one. So if I don't steal it, someone else is going to steal it.
From Brooklyn?
No, I'm from New York, from Long Island.
From New York. What right do you have to live
From New
here?
York.
The right I have is that the owner of the house wants me to live here, and he wants there to be Jews living in this house, and he wants to, and I got chosen for whatever reason. It ended up being me.
You are stealing my house.
And if I don't steal it, someone else is going to steal it.
So why do you live here?
Because I live here, because it's important, and because not too many people want to live here, and it's important to strengthen this neighborhood, to make sure that this neighborhood is not lost in any future peace deal.
From New York.
So your position here is a political position to keep Palestinians out of it?
Not to keep Palestinians out of it, to keep Jews in it.
And therefore keep the Palestinians who are here out of it?
No, that's not, no. That's a necessary evil. And they're not coming back into this. So whether I am here, whether I'm not here, whether it's me, whether it's someone else, whether it's a monkey, whether it's a giraffe, they're not coming back into this house ever. I understand why they're angry at me. I understand why they dislike me. But I did not do this to them. I'm not doing this to them. And as I said, if I leave, I'll be replaced immediately. And I venture to think that whoever comes here is not going to be as easygoing as I am.
Wow. Wow. Can you believe what that man just said? I'm just like, that is so shocking.
I'm the nicest thief you'll ever meet.
Like, straight up. That's what he just said. It's so disturbing. It is so disturbing.
Oh, I'm a good thief, though. Don't worry. There'd be way worse ones. And the thing is, he's probably not wrong.
No, he's
absolutely probably right about everything he just said. That, if he gave up that house, somebody else would take it, and they might be more violent than him. And they probably would be.
But he took it in the first place, and he's justifying it somehow. And they're literally like, you are in my house. And they were interviewing him. And he's just like, no, they want me to be here.
I mean, you think about, you know what? This is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of thing that people wonder about, the atrocities that happen during these world wars. And people can't wrap their minds around how it could ever happen. Now, you have this guy who's literally being recorded.
From New York.
He's saying this, and he has no shame.
None.
No shame at all. You wouldn't say, I don't want this going on the internet. They don't care. Because people don't care. Crazy, dude.
Yep. It's insane. Now, listen to this. Actual fact, Zionists that were during my time, like family, them and us. The Jews, you mean nothing. The Palestinians and the Jews. It says, we were all such good friends. Some of the Arabs mean, it says, yes, Muslim men would marry the Jewish women. They were all Palestinian. Exactly. I tell you. Even the Muslims would marry the Christians. They would marry Christians, Jews, Palestinian girls. You know, we were all friends and neighbors, and we loved each other. We weren't scared of them at all until 1948. I can't remember exactly the details happened before. They started to kick us out. They would tell us to leave for a week. We thought we were coming back to our homes. It was a trick, exactly. They are doing to the Gazas right now. Tell them to leave and then come back later. Exactly, it's a lie. Do you believe you can go back to Palestine? Belief is in God. No, you should always. I put belief in God. You want me to put my belief in them? No. No, of course. Belief in God, God only knows. I believe we will be victors one day and return to our country. Like, bro, literally, they said, just leave for a week. And then they went in, changed the locks on all their houses, and kicked them out. This is what I'm talking to you guys about. They've done this several times. And then, you know, we went over the food getting videos, ethics of some of it. We'll go off of destruction. Destruction. Okay, I got to show you guys this last few videos here. So this is just another example of the type of things they do. Was there something you wanted to share or say, JT?
No, I thought you were going to share that. Was that Wesley Clark video? What is that about?
Where's Wesley Clark?
I don't know. Somebody said share the video. I thought, isn't that him right here in the where Old Palestine 4 is that, or is that a different video?
Old Palestine 4. Yeah, this will be related to October 7th. This is why we went in there. Okay.
They wanted us to destabilize the Middle East, turn it upside down, make it under our control. I went through the Pentagon 10 days after 9/11. I went downstairs, I was leaving the Pentagon, and an officer from the Joint Staff called me into his office, and he said, I want you to know, he said, sir, we're going to attack Iraq. And I said, why? He said, we don't know. He said, I said, well, did they tie Saddam to 9/11? He said, no. And then I came back to the Pentagon about 6 weeks later. I saw the same officer. I said, why haven't we attacked Iraq? We still going to attack Iraq? He said, oh, sir. He says, it's worse than that. He pulled up a piece of paper off his desk. He said, I just got this memo from the Secretary of Defense's office that says we're going to attack and destroy the governments in 7 countries in 5 years. We're going to start with Iraq, and then we're going to move to Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Iran. I said, is that a classified memo? He said, yes, sir. I said, well, don't show it to me. This country was taken over by a group of people with a policy coup. This wasn't what the American people voted George Bush into office. Well, they didn't actually vote him into office. But it wasn't what many of the people who...
Yeah, we went in to destabilize these countries on purpose. We had a purpose. It was not... Did it stop sharing my screen? I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was on purpose. We did this in order to benefit one country in particular, not our country. It was to benefit the country of Israel. And
well, it's also to profit. It's also for the profit of the war industrial complex, companies like Halliburton, which obviously Dick Cheney had a massive stake in. Yeah, they get paid to blow things up, and they get paid to rebuild them again, and then they can funnel our tax dollars back into their pockets, which way they want to do it through the Middle East. That's obviously what they've been doing in a long time in Ukraine and Afghanistan.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and by the way, spoilers. Can I tell them, Brian, that we're going to be working on a 9/11
Oh, yeah.
special here soon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell
So we're gonna get into all that stuff,
and it's gonna be pretty wild because we're gonna break down things that you haven't. Yeah, you haven't seen things that we're going to be talking about, and we're going to put in one documentary that's going to be like occultic.
Oh, it's going to be a documentary, or is it going to be a multi-part podcast?
Maybe multi-part podcast. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be legit, and we're going to go into the occultic stuff. Yeah. So that's coming very soon. Last few little videos I got to show you guys. There was this one, October 7th, because now I know everybody's like, but October 7th, guys, October 7th, do you remember all of the Holocaust terror that happened? Okay, well, first off, y'all saw Charlie Kirk questioning whether October 7th was even valid, and was there a stand-down order? Well, here's an interview of one of the soldiers on October 7th. Okay. 7th of October, 6:30 in the morning, October 7th, you were at the outpost. For us, October 7th started before 6:30. I was a soldier in the Modern Platoon, Golden whatever, 13th Battalion. That night, myself, Yamar, and whatever, may he rest in peace, because he died. The three of us were pulling in on the Sabbath, the holiday. We let ourselves pull an all-nighter until the dawn stand. And we were in the mortar platoon, have time to sleep until the next stand to. So at 5:20 a.m., we're sitting by the radio, and as not to wake the radio operator.
אנחנו יושבים ליד הקשר כדי לא להעיר מאזין,
And my deputy battalion commander near Bonifield, who was also seriously injured, and thank God he survived, suddenly gets on the radio with a strange message. All stations, I don't know why, I don't know how, something along the lines, no platoon on the fence until 9 a.m. What was this? It was 5:20 in the morning. All stations are. So in terms of ground forces overlay, we don't have anything. Gate is issued directly for our forces, pending a situation assessment until 9 a.m. No vehicle is to approach Burma. I'll say it again, until 9 in the morning, pending the situation assessment. No vehicle is to be, we're in rear staging areas. A bridge level arrangement, I don't know exactly why. I don't ask too many questions. That's the directive. That's what we do. A little before that all begins, Termer gives us this look like, what? And you know we're simple soldiers, just combatants. Not commanders or officers who can ask questions. It's an order from the deputy battalion commander. We take the order and don't ask questions. A routine passing of an order. And sure enough, an hour later at 6:30 a.m., suddenly sirens. I've been living with this. It's been living with ever since October 7th. And I was very afraid to talk about it. And when I got to whatever, it was after a period when I asked some senior army officers what actually happened there. And there were some who initially told me, listen, there was a sniper threat from Nakba on the fence. So we didn't want to send soldiers. That's why we told everybody not to go. So they wouldn't get hit. And then over time, it kind of dawned on me. And I said, wait, if there's a sniper threat, how can it be that I, who am the only 200 miles away from the fence, or 200 meters away from the fence, don't know that there's a sniper threat? How can it be that my friends and I are fighting without vests? In their underwear and socks. And nobody knows that something's happening. We're only 200, 300 meters from the fence. And then that was on my mind again. And really, I was suddenly invited to the cassette. I felt that this was a real opportunity to open the subject and talk about it and to actually understand what happened there. And look, like you're saying, a lot of people, it sounded staged, and what actually happened there, and we're getting back to this again, and I'll bet, be honest, we will be living with some kind of hole in my brain. Well, I've been living with some kind of hole in it ever since October 7th. That's something in my heart feels to me that, listen, I don't know, whatever, I don't know what was there, blah, blah, blah. Okay, anyways. This is the dude that was on the fence, just so you guys know. This was a guy that was there October 7th who's literally giving his testimony. And I don't know if this guy's even alive anymore. I think they killed him. But he was giving his testimony and talking about the fact that he was the guy on the fence 200 meters away who all of a sudden gets an order that there's a sniper, they tell him, that was in the area. And that's why he was told, him and all his buddies were told to stand down. Okay, so they were told, stand down, go away, nobody on the fence. And then they're told there's a sniper, and he's like, wait, if I'm the guy on the fence in my area, who called in the sniper rifle? Like, I would be the one to see the sniper. And he's just like, wait, this doesn't make sense. Like, we're being told to stand down, and that's the exact area of the fence where they flew over the fence in go-karts, guys, in go-karts. They flew with parasails in go-karts. Now, there's another video of them talking about literally, dude, thanks, man, Peru, you're amazing. Appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Awesome. There's another dude talking about this. He's literally talking about them flying over, and he says that not even a bird can get over the gate, fly over the gate, let alone paragliders and go-karts flying over the gate with machine guns that came over on October 7th. Bro, this is staged. It was planned. It was staged. It was set up. And a bunch of angry people that were given all of this stuff and said, hey, yo, these angry people, here's some guns for you. Here's some weapons. Oh, by the way, we're going to shut down the fence at this time, at this time. Go ahead and go over the fence so you can attack the people on the other side. And then we can blame it on Hamas attack. And then that will justify us stealing more land, killing, and starting a whole genocide because, you know, you guys are the bad guys, but they don't know that that's what's coming to them.
Well, you know, the thing that we talked about this might have been November 2023. So it was shortly after this happened. I remember we did a podcast on Rumble so we could say the things we can't say on YouTube. And of course, that day we said that they kept on referring to October 7th as Israel's 9/11. And I said, of course, that was triggering to me because we already knew what was going to happen is because what our 9/11, when I hear 9/11, I think false, false flag. And I think that we know the result of it was more state control in the United States. And it was obviously foreign wars. Yeah. So it was kind of like every false flag, you know, that's the funny thing. We should get that clip from Jesse Ventura. Remember when he was on Piers Morgan? Do you ever see that clip back in the day?
I don't remember who it is, but I probably
because he was Piers Morgan was trying to toe the official line, and Jesse Ventura was saying that every war has started with a false flag. Every war. So yeah, October 7th was allowed to happen so they could eventually justify what Charlie Kirk said was ethnic cleansing.
Yep.
He said that November 2023.
Yeah. It's very obvious. It's very obvious and it's disturbing. I've got 3 more videos to show. This is one thing else too, where it says, taking away AP examination of how 2 debunked accounts of sexual violence on October 7 originated. Yeah, so there was a bunch of accounts where they said, oh, they were raped and all this terrible. Well, guess what? A bunch of those accounts became fake. They found out they were fake. And then, you know, there was one Israeli soldier girl who got, you know, originally released and they filmed her and they were like, how did they treat you? And she was like, very nice, actually. It was totally fine. And then like later down, like a few months later, she was like, as she was getting released, she's like, it was fine. Everything was good. I'm happy. I'm healthy. And then like 2 months down the road, she had this story that she was being oppressed and starved and taken everything was terrible and it was so bad. But when she first got off, it was like right there. What is this person in the chat? Dude, block that guy. There's that guy.
There's been quite a few people. Yeah, I think we're going to get more of that. These people
why would you guys what I just gotta ask a question. Why would you guys do that or say that in the chat? Like, are you literally like trying to fight what we're revealing, which is like truth? Like, I don't understand.
Demons, bro.
Yeah, I know you guys are seriously demons. You're demonized completely, bro. Like, in the name of Jesus, whoever that one was typing that, go into the abyss, you demon. Don't you ever come on this channel. Don't you ever speak like that. Don't you ever get on my words and try to assault the children of God. In the name of Jesus, get off now. You do not belong here. Go into the abyss. Sorry, anyways. Irritates me, demons. Would you stop what we're trying to do? Okay, so lastly, I'm going to show you guys this. These are some last little videos here. This is a hostage, IDF hostage, 8 months. This is a civilian hostage in after 1 month. So IDF hostage released. One month. 8 months. You see the girl smiling on the left, guys? You see that smile on the left? She's, oh my God. You know, the only reason why the people of the hostages that they had, which there's probably no hostages on that Hamas has anymore at all. But the only reason why the hostages of them in the first place, why they were starving was because Israel wouldn't let them get food. That's the only reason why they were starving. But do you see what they've done to this young man? Dude, bro, looks like he is bugged out of his mind. After 1 month, the amount of torture that they've done to this guy, look at that. That is not, there's something not right with him. And if you can look up, dude, there's so many videos, guys. I would encourage you to just look up the hostages and the people, the Palestinian people that have been oppressed. It is shocking the amount of stuff that they've gone through and the stuff that they see. And like, look at this. Teen boy breaks down in tears from the severe torture he endured. Tried to sleep around 2 a.m. midnight. They would storm in while we were sleeping and throw stun guns at us. A large number of special forces would come in and beat us up and then leave. They kept the entire week last under torture the whole time. Interrogation, the blast loud music nonstop to mess with your head, songs, mockery, humiliation. If someone got sick or infirm, they wouldn't let us out of the room, or fainted, they wouldn't let us out of the room. They'd say, drink water, but there is no food at all. And give us simply, if you get single parcel, it was nothing. Personally, I collapsed 3 or 4 times in there. One guy even died from exhaustion. Whether we tried to explain, they'd say, we're liars, you're just trying to trick us, you lie about everything. The torture we endured for a whole month is incredible. They'd say, you know everything, while torturing us. What kind of torture? Sticks, batons, rubber hoses, electricity. Yes, they electrocuted us. They'd bring electrical cables and shock us. They did it. Yes, yes, we saw that. We were stuck in rooms with no ventilation in 24-hour heat. We try to cool ourselves off by fanning with our slippers, and they'd yell at us and beat us just for that. Yes, I swear. Don't cry. We'd sleep at 2 a.m. and get woke up at 5 a.m. to 2 a.m. the next day. We'd stay awake. We were made to stand on our feet, tied up like this, blindfolded for 24 hours a day. I swear, 24 hours a day. Insults and curses. They'd throw food at us like we were dogs, kick it towards us with their feet. The torture. I was in a room where I'd stepped outside, they'd scream at me. Whatever happened inside the room, they'd blame me. And because you were young, you were treated differently. They didn't care if you were young or old. There was kids in there 14 years old. They took him just 14 years old. Bro, like, when you look into this stuff, it's so disturbing. And that's pretty much, I think, all the videos that I needed to show. Oh, lastly, there's this one video I got to show you guys of the Iron Dome. But first, I want to finish this video off. So let's just finish this video off. Now that you understand what's going on.
Also support should not be. He should have ended it too much damaging the war to, I know, in Israel, including myself and others that are staunch Zionists, think that he is prolonging the war too long.
He's not prolonging, he's exterminating, and it takes a while to exterminate people.
Reputational damage. He should have ended it sooner, and he should have went harder.
Oh, wow.
In America,
should have went harder.
We had faced such brutality, rape, people getting their heads cut off. I saw videos of people getting their heads cut off.
Well, I saw a million.
We would have been
more terrible things.
Within 48 hours. We would have caused the most damage that you've ever seen to a country in world history. And Netanyahu, for whatever reason, is capitulating, and that he don't want to look bad. He don't want to be shamed.
That has nothing to do with it. Netanyahu looks like the worst person on the planet Earth. In fact, I think he's probably worse than Hitler at this point.
He don't want people to say that he's committing a genocide. So he's playing in the middle for too long. 2 years of this war is too much. He should have eliminated Hamas immediately, and he should not worry about the naysayers. He's darned if he do, he's darned if he don't. He is not committing a genocide in Gaza. I think that
yeah, right.
It's disingenuous at best. Because
this guy's ignorant.
no one committed.
No, he's not ignorant. He's getting paid.
He's getting paid and ignorant. Yeah.
He's getting paid to say that.
Aid to a people that they're trying to kill, they would not be sending.
No one's be getting food or aid to a people they're trying to kill, bro. They're literally stopping it. And now you've all seen the videos. You've seen the trucks.
Leaflets and advising people of buildings that they're going to tear down. The population has grown in Gaza from 1948 all the way up until today. 500,000 they started with. They're at 2 million at this point.
The reason why the population's grown is because they've pushed the Palestinians out of the area that was once Palestine, and they've all been forced into an insane space. It's not grown. They've been compacted into one area because they've kicked them out of all the other areas.
When did the genocide start?
Yeah, in 1948. That's when it started, fool.
No genocide. People can argue the tactics that Netanyahu is
it's
displaying
obvious
in Gaza, but you cannot be superfluous and add these arguments that seems to, in my opinion, be anti-Semitic in many ways. It's not. These people are terrorists, and not
these
the Gazan
people are terrorists, guys. These people are, and you're racist, fool. You are so racist. It's insane. These are people. These are human beings that once lived a life. Dude, I wish this dude had an opportunity to see what life was like in a Gazan's perspective at one point.
At the regular,
God's going to show him when he dies, I'm sure.
The terrorist group that came into a country and attempted to commit a genocide against Israel, they would have committed a genocide against Israel to a large proportion.
Oh, genocide!
By throwing rocks at them.
It wasn't for the Iron.
Say what?
Yeah, they would have committed a genocide by throwing rocks at Israel.
Throwing
rocks at tanks.
A rockicide.
Dome. Let's not forget they shot 4,000 missiles into Israel.
Oh.
They would have committed a genocide against Israel to a large proportion if it wasn't for the IDF and if it wasn't for the Iron Dome. Let's not forget they shot 4,000 missiles into Israel. They tried to kill everybody.
Oh.
The IDF is going in strategically.
Now, real quick.
Strategically. We just showed you guys film earlier of what Gaza
strategic.
looks like. Does that
what's
look
strategically?
That they've destroyed 70% of the buildings.
Decimated it all.
62% of the houses. And that was obviously a video from a couple of weeks ago. So how many is it now?
Oh yeah. Now there is a very funny video I'm going to show you guys. And it is so hilarious. It's the Iron Dome on 60 Minutes. They break it down. And it is hilarious, guys. It's so funny. You're gonna laugh.
Stability.
I just gotta pause it. But okay, last thing.
I wish that people had not died. I wish that they could end the war so there's no suffering. I wish that Hamas wasn't stealing food. The UN confirmed that 96% of all the aid is being looted. I wish that Hamas wasn't.
Yeah, it's being looted, but not by Hamas.
I wish that Hamas would take the approach of it.
Guys, you know what I heard the reporting say? That Hamas is stealing food and selling it on the black market. Just like, do you guys want some stolen black market bananas? This was food to Gaza. I mean, we're going to give you a really good deal. Who's buying food on the black market? How idiotic do you have to be? Hamas is stealing food?
You don't need to buy food on the black market.
You don't buy food on the black market. It goes bad, A, too fast, and B, it's food. You can get food anywhere. You don't sell food on the black. They literally reported.
You can get food everywhere except for Gaza right now.
Yeah. They're selling food on the black market is literally what they said. They did reporting on that. That the Hamas was buying food and selling it on the black market, stealing the food. To whom? Who the freak is buying black market bananas? And black market flour.
Soup.
Black market soup. Oh, man, I got some black market soup. You guys have to be so stupidly dull to not recognize that this is such propaganda nonsense. How dumb do you have to be? Hamas is stealing food and selling it on the black. Dude, you are insane. Anyways.
Israel, which means when the rockets go flying into Israel, the people go into bomb shelters. When rockets go flying into Gaza, the terrorists go into bomb shelters, and they make their people stay above ground. To be the blunt force of what they received in a war that they started for no reason.
Oh, got it. Right.
Hamas knew they could never beat
the
IDF in Israel. Why did they start the war? Why did they initiate
little
conflict?
dude sitting
Why
in
did
his
they
little
rape
comfy
people
room
and do things like that and videotape it?
Bro, dude, that video should be embarrassing that you have that video up, bro.
Well, like I
you
said,
should be embarrassed.
He's getting paid good money to say that.
Okay, well, so here's the Iron Dome, guys. By the way, let's watch this. Watch before deleted. Israel's bombing itself, and it doesn't document these events for its citizens. Oh, there's an Iron Dome rocket shooting out, and it blows itself up. And guess what? You know, they made filming rockets from the Iron Dome actually illegal. They made it illegal. They made it illegal to film Iron Dome rockets because Israel has been reportedly several times bombing itself. Now, I'm going to show you guys this, and it is hilarious.
The hardest thing is to get started. You have to get it on paper.
Ready, guys? Ready for a good
60
laugh?
minutes rewind.
Iron Dome is a technological marvel, a cutting-edge.
Mind you, we're talking about the Iron Dome because right now you believe that the Iron Dome is real. And I'm going to make an argument to you guys right now that the Iron Dome is bullcrap. It is not real. It is Israel shooting rockets at itself, or not even shooting rockets, claiming to blow up rockets and say, we're stopping all these rockets from firing in the air. Guys, there is another documentary. I wish I could show it all, but this one, it's funny enough. This is good enough. We'll watch this little clip, and I'm just going to point out a few little tiny noticeable things, because I don't know if you guys know this, but the rockets of the Iron Dome supposedly stop Hamas's attacks doesn't actually exist at all. It's made up.
Weapon of war that even some pacifists might come to love. Instead of killing people, Iron Dome saves them by intercepting rockets loaded with explosives before they can land on innocent civilians. And it does all this in less time than we've just spent explaining it. The system was developed by Israel with hundreds of millions of dollars of support from U.S. taxpayers.
Did you catch that? It was developed by Israel with hundreds of thousands of dollars from U.S. taxpayers, probably millions, actually.
Oh gosh, that's way more. Well, I mean, if it's fake, I guess it could be whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much.
It's been called a game changer. It might relieve military pressure on Israel and make it easier to achieve peace in the Middle East. And that was something we decided we had to see for ourselves.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense and it's impossible. Look at this. This is called propaganda, guys. Right here.
Over the past 11 years, more than 15,000 rockets and mortars have been fired at Israel by Hezbollah in Lebanon and by Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Until recently, the only thing Israeli civilians could do was run for cover. But in the latest round of fighting between Israel and Hamas late last year, some people stopped running and tried to get some good pictures. Because this time, when Hamas fired rockets from Gaza at Israeli cities, Iron Dome fired missiles to intercept them in the sky before they could do any damage on the ground.
Sounds like magic.
Grip, stability, precision. That's the essence of driving. Lawful.
You're looking at an Iron Dome missile on its way.
Oh, but wait, listen to this. Guys, everybody pay attention.
You can't see the Hamas rocket it's going after.
Wait, what?
But watch how the missile will adjust its course to get close to the Hamas rocket and blow it up.
Wait a second. Did he just say you can't see the Hamas rocket?
It shoots down invisible rockets.
It shoots down invisible rockets, JT. Did you know that? These, you know what, maybe those rockets.
You could see an actual rocket shoot down one that you cannot see. That's pretty weird, right?
That is, you know what, JT? Here's the thing. Maybe Hamas is so technologically advanced they got some like Chinese cloaking. I heard about this one theory.
Maybe they were shooting at a rock.
Maybe they were shooting at a rock. That's why a rocket. They were shooting down rockets.
Yeah, it'd be very difficult to catch that rock up in the sky like that. So yeah, they were shooting at a rock.
I just got to play that again, just so you guys can hear it so clearly how the Iron Dome works.
Iron Dome missile on its way.
Listen.
You can't see the Hamas rocket it's going after.
Wow.
But watch how the missile will adjust its course to get close to the Hamas rocket and blow it up.
There it is.
That rock was meant for a tank.
Even more spectacular. This video was taken at a wedding in southern Israel. The squadrons of Iron Dome missiles could be seen hunting salvos of Hamas rockets.
They're hunting
the wedding music played on, despite the battle above.
It's like fireworks, JT. Look at that. Blowing up invisible Hamas rockets in the sky. Did you see them blowing up all those invisible Hamas rockets? It's crazy because Hamas rockets are invisible. I don't know if you know that. They have some special technology where you can't see them. We can see the Israeli rockets, but the Hamas's...
They were cloaked like a Klingon ship.
Yeah, exactly. Klingon ship. Wait, there's another funnier part. It gets
feel
funnier.
Safer today than they did 6 months ago?
There's one more funny part.
Ehud Barak is a legendary Israeli commander and general and Israel's defense minister. We interviewed him just before Israel's recent elections.
No, people are not running to shelters so much. They're staying in their cafes.
I don't think so. Probably in Tel Aviv where no rocket actually landed, but there is less anxiety.
Actually landed where no rocket actually landed in Tel Aviv, by the way.
Everyone knows the statistics that basically most probably the incoming rocket will be intercepted.
It really looked like Israel
Another invisible rocket shot down.
Israeli leaders, fed up with rocket attacks from Gaza, assassinated Hamas's military commander. Hamas and Islamic Jihad responded by firing more than 1,500 rockets at Israel. Israeli Air Force says Iron Dome destroyed 85% of the rockets headed towards Israeli towns and cities. There's no way to independently confirm that figure, but the fact that Iron Dome could shoot down a short-range rocket traveling between 500 and 1,000 miles per hour is remarkable in itself.
Yeah,
it's like a bullet shooting down another bullet, which is why when Iron Dome was...
Did you catch this? He said it's remarkable in itself. It's like a bullet shooting down another bullet, which, yeah, it's impossible. Stop being so foolish. It is impossible. We can't. This is a fake. You can't do this. This is not a real thing. Rockets don't shoot down other rockets going 500 miles an hour. It's like a bullet stopping another bullet, is what the guy said. How do you believe in fairy tales? Do you believe in the Tooth Fairy also? I bet you believe in Tooth Fairy also if you believe the Iron Dome is real. Dude.
Yeah.
I just got
a short range.
What, do you want to say something, JP?
I was just gonna say this is as convincing as NASA showing their computer animation.
It is. Rocket traveling between 500 and 1,000 miles per hour is remarkable in itself.
Yeah.
It's like a bullet shooting down another bullet, which is why when Iron Dome was...
Look at all the distortion. Go back to that. Just pause it and show all the distortion on the screen. Like and they're trying to say that that's it hitting some kind of a solid object. But if you look at all the other kind of little blips and dark spots on the screen because there's so much distortion in the video.
Yeah, you can't see.
So they circled a section of distortion. They say, oh, that's what it hit.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Which is why when Iron Dome was just a concept on a drawing board several years ago, many Israeli strategists...
See, we actually saw one hit. We finally saw a real rocket getting hit.
And
I mean, it's computer animation, but I mean, yeah, you could imagine what it'd be like if it was, you know.
But notice their animation. They don't put rocket jet fuel on the other rocket.
Drawing board several years ago, many Israeli strategists...
And then it says, many Israeli strategists... Listen what he says.
...think it could be done.
They didn't think it could be done. Because it can't be done.
It's dramatic to make two bodies meet together when both of the relative velocities are...
He's laughing too.
Immense.
I understand that at the beginning, even the Israeli Air Force was against it.
Yeah, there were many corners of resistance because people didn't see it as natural.
To see how Iron Dome works, we paid a visit to one of Israel's 5 operational batteries. Each battery has its own radar, command and control center, and launchers that fire the intercepting missiles.
So advanced.
It's worth about $50 million. It's sitting in a potato field, manned by what appear to be college kids. Its own radar, command and control center, and launchers that fire the intercepting missiles.
Listen what he says.
The equipment's worth about $50 million. It's sitting in a potato field, manned by what appear to be college kids.
Did you? Oh my gosh. $50 million sitting in a potato field, manned by college kids.
Shai Kogansky is the battery commander.
How old are most of your soldiers?
Between 18 to 21 years old.
Pretty young.
Yes, they're young.
And you're the commander?
I'm the commander. I'm 32. I'm little old.
You're 32?
Yeah.
So you're the old man here?
Yes, I'm the old man.
When Hamas launches a rocket, Iron Dome's radar detects it, and its computers calculate where it will land. If it's headed for an empty field, Iron Dome won't waste an interceptor on it. But
Brian, I got something to share real quick.
Yeah,
I noticed what the text said on those rockets.
Won't do any harm.
Oh yeah.
Well, then ask one of those
kids. Let me get this last to right here, and then we'll stop.
Kids for permission to fire. So you've got 3 to 5 seconds to decide whether or not to intercept it. And you have to do something. The soldier has to do something. It will not be automatic.
No. It's not automatic. The soldiers are intercepting the rockets. They have to make decisions.
Do you think about the psychological, component to that? Like, the soldiers have to do it. It's literally going to make the soldiers be like, think that they're doing something amazing.
This is the Iron Dome interceptor. Okay. Once it's launched,
this is the last part.
It has a mind of its own. And this is the mind right here, the brains. It guides the missile very close to the enemy rocket and explodes, blowing the rocket out of the sky and keeping it far away from an Israeli town. A rocket fired from the Gaza Strip will take just 7 to 15 seconds to land in the Israeli town of Sderot. The Israelis say Iron Dome has knocked down many of those rockets. The rocket scientists who invented Iron Dome can't, for security reasons, show their faces on camera.
Oh.
But Didi Yauri,
they can't
the
show their
CEO
faces
of
'cause it's
Rafael,
fake.
the lead manufacturer of the system, is under no such restriction. And these are the batteries inside.
These are the batteries.
As he showed us what the inside of an Iron Dome command center looks like, he told us more fire was directed at southern Israel during the 8-day battle in November than during all of Israel's previous wars.
Did you hear that? More rockets were shot at them once they set this up than ever in all of their previous wars together. Isn't that fascinating, JT? They set up this invisible rocket shooting down thing, and all of a sudden they did it just in time for this onslaught of rocket attacks they've ever had. More than they've in one month. They've had more attacks in their entire history. But thanks to the invisible Iron Dome shooting down, the Iron Dome shooting down their rockets, we didn't get to see any of that problem. So now we can stop sharing. You can go for it. Show me what you want.
No, I just wanted to say what I thought was interesting is that it was Raytheon who has supplied the Iron Dome. And do you know who is involved with Raytheon in Israel?
Oh yeah. You mentioned that.
It's Erica Kirk's dad.
Yeah, Erica Kirk's dad, I heard. Yeah, that's what you mentioned to me. Which that makes a whole lot of sense if we're trying to look into real conspiracy things that are going on, because that's pretty sus. I just got to say that's pretty darn sus. Did you want to share? Were you going to share something on that or no?
No, I just thought that was really interesting. I thought that I just saw a video about that. Who was a part of Raytheon in Israel was Erica Kirk's dad.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard. That's unconfirmed.
We don't know if that's true.
I got to verify that, but yeah, I think you guys should look into that.
Yeah. Oh, one last thing I wanted to play actually right here. I forgot to play this one last fact.
And there's expense. Each Iron Dome interceptor is believed to cost more than $75,000.
Wow.
The Hamas rocket can be built for as little as $500. What if next time around Hamas fires 100 at once, or 500, and half of them are dummies?
I don't want to go into extremely extreme scenarios, but basically there was a question mark that was raised by critics. How come that your logic sometimes might cost $50,000 or $100,000 against something that costs $500 or $5,000? And I say that's not the right way to look into it. Basically, there is a high price that I put on our capacity to run normal life. So,
bro, it cost $75,000 $500,000.
Dude, that was in 2013. Was this video's from?
Yes. One rocket cost that much money, and the Hamas rockets cost $500. $500 versus $75,000.
That's like literally like comparing obviously a Raytheon United States grade missile with a firework.
Yes, it's literally like a fancy firework.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, like $500. You go south of the border and probably get some $500 fireworks.
Dude, it is so insane that they're like, yeah, this is our special, and what's it worth? You know, bro, they shot how many of these rockets? And they're telling you, I love that he says these numbers aren't confirmed, but Israel has told us this is how much it was. I love the way this dude reports. He's like calling it out, not even realizing.
It's straight up. No, he knows. It's straight up propaganda.
Do you think he knows it's propaganda?
Oh yeah, I think that they know.
Do you
I think that
so?
guy's old enough and been around along the block long enough where he wouldn't have that job, but he wouldn't know that he was spitting out propaganda.
He's like, we can't confirm this, but Israel says it was this many rockets.
Let me share this one video.
You gotta be insane.
This might be a little bit unrelated, but it's sort of related.
I can't see, but I can hear the audio for some reason, so go for it. Do I need to see it?
Yeah, you need to see it. You can check the YouTube.
Okay, let me refresh my screen. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this was Israelis vacationing in the UK, destroying a cross that was there for hundreds of years. And
to make their Star of David.
to make a Star of Refuting.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys. Anyways, so this is what I wanted to share with you guys. The Iron Dome's fake. Everything is fake. Iron Dome shot themselves. They've been blowing themselves up. They've been shooting themselves. They do actually drop flyers. That is true. They drop flyers before they kill everybody in certain areas, which is why there's so much footage of them bombing it, because the Palestinians will get flyers knowing that they're going to be bombed, and so they'll just like set up their cameras knowing that it's coming. And they kind of like, you'll get like 4K video footage of them being bombed, which is like insane. And I don't know how everybody's ignoring it, but it's literally, they throw, but like the flyers are just like, congratulations, you're going to be killed. Like, it's like, no, it doesn't help them. And they do it right before they kill them. So like, everybody's just like, oh, we're going to die in like 48, like in like 20 minutes or something. And so like, it's just insane. So yeah, there's a lot. I think we kind of addressed most of the things going on in, Israel and Gaza. I don't think I missed anything. Did we miss anything, JT? Anything else?
No, that's about it. I mean, obviously at this point, you just need to be able to look at things and just be able to just see them for what they are. I mean, I would say that, yeah, you have one side that has a military, one side that has
rocks, and if they do have terrorists on their side, I mean, again, it's propaganda that one side says it's terrorists when they are trying to protect where they live. Now, I'm not saying I vouch for everything Hamas has done, but I would say that, yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, desperate times, I would say, if you live there, right? Mm-hmm.
And as Ron Paul said, is that the United States and Israel end up funding Hamas, then they want them to have free elections, and then they elect Hamas. And then they have to be killed after we've allowed them to be elected.
Yeah, and there is so many more videos, guys. I really wanted to show, but this was enough to display. There was quite a few other videos I downloaded that for some reason they just wouldn't go up. There was the rocks. Oh, here's one of them throwing. These are soldiers. I'll just show it on my phone. Maybe I can see. I don't know if you can see it. These are soldiers throwing grenades over the Gaza wall just for funsies. They're launching grenades and pulling grenades and throwing them over the wall where the people are at. Like there could be a kid on the other side of the wall. There could be anything. This is just their ethical practices of doing that. Like just for the funsies of it, you know, and there's like videos of, I can't show you these videos because they're just children and people being murdered. Okay. Like literally being murdered in the streets. And they're just like dead children. I can't show any of these on YouTube because it's bad. And like, bro, it's so bad, dude. And it's like they just went through and just killed all these people. They didn't even bomb them. They went through and just started shooting people. Drove through and shot and just started headshotting all these people. Like, dude, there's so many videos like this one. This is a vehicle that they blew up. They bombed the vehicle and it's still rolling through. And you can see the toasted man, if you look close enough. He's in the seat that they bombed. And they're trying to stop the car. And he's just toasty sitting in there. That's been totally killed. I mean, there's so many of these videos that people have been killed, that it's insane.
Well,
and
I got one more video to show if you go ahead.
Oh yeah, go for it.
This is important just because we've been pretty consistent on this, is the fact that the main reason they've wanted to ban TikTok in the United States and other places is not because of Chinese spyware or whatever they tried to claim. No. It's because they don't want you to see the videos that Brian has been playing you today. And here is them not quite admitting it, but this is very recently. So starting soon, I'm not exactly sure what the deadline is, but the new community guidelines started in September 13th. But soon, people in the United States are going to have to download a different version of TikTok. It's going to be look identical, but obviously it's not going to be identical. And so here's our vice president, J.D. Vance, talking about it.
The U.S. company will have control over how the algorithm pushes content to users.
Wow.
The most important thing is that it does protect Americans' data security. It ensures TikTok is still accessible.
Your data security, guys.
Heard this a lot. What this deal ensures is that the American entity and the American investors will actually control the algorithm. We don't want this used as a propaganda tool by any foreign government. We want to make sure that our people and our investors actually make these decisions based on what's good for their business, as opposed to what's good for another government's propaganda arm. So that's what we've done with this deal. I think it's very good for the American people. And as the president said, young people,
pathetic.
We actually want everybody to access this, whether they're MAGA or not. We just want it to be fair. We want it to be fair to everybody, and we think that's what's going to happen with this new arrangement.
So, Mr. President,
wow,
the U.S. company could change the algorithm to push different content. Is that?
The U.S. company will have control over how the algorithm pushes content to users, and that was a very important part of it. We thought it was necessary for the national security element of the law. We also just think it's important to protect American users. Again, we want users to use this platform the way they want to. We want the business to make decisions about content based on the interests of the business and based on the interests of the users, and that's what we think will happen with this new arrangement.
And they're paying a lot of money, and I think hopefully it's going to be a great deal. They're very sophisticated people. You'll see a list. Have you seen a list yet of the people? Well, you've been reading about it.
Wow, that is insane.
So
and
yeah, we are not
so
going
unfortunate
to get to see stuff like Brian showed you.
No, because the algorithm's going to take it over.
Because what's actually happening is propaganda, and what they don't want you to see is not.
Yep. Exactly. Now for those that don't know why, this is Trump. Listen.
No sound.
Can you hear it sound?
No sound.
Oh, shoot. Listen to this because you will understand why Trump is being given this.
Never heard of it. So Jackie is your father? Yes, sir. So he made, I don't know if you've ever heard this. He made the best speech, one of the best speeches I've ever seen in the Senate, right? That was during the congressional the head rabbi of Ukraine. They want you to make some of the rabbis in Israel. Keep religion. Wow. So the Messiah Moshe, you take their name, you see where it adds up 424. If you take your name, Donald Trump, and then they do 11, it adds up to 424. It's something that is very, very unbelievable.
It's like, because the same numbers and Messiah, you know? Yeah, it's like not good, it's like best, it's like miracle.
It's like miracle.
He's like name of Messiah. That's his name, Messiah. Comes out of course when Messiah is the person that's come to save the whole world. So it's like you're the savior being that's for you. It's amazing. We just thought we're like, wow. It's amazing. It can't hurt. So, all Jew people of Ukraine, they're praying of you. They're like, go to Jared.
Jared Kushner, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Trump, for those that didn't catch what that just happened, that was them saying, Trump, your name in numerology adds up to 242 or 422 or 424 or whatever. Anyways, and they're saying like, oh, that's like the best thing in the world. Like you're like the savior of humanity. That's the same name that the Messiah's name lines up with.
Go ahead.
And look at this.
Thank you very much. Please read it.
Ordered with extraordinary heroic effort to help the state of Israel, the Jewish people.
To Hashem, for his work is good, his kindness endures forever. Presented to President Donald J. Trump for his extraordinary and heroic efforts. I like that very much. To help the state of Israel and the Jewish people. He and his family should be blessed eternally. From the Israel Heritage Foundation, July 10th, 2023. I want to thank you, Rabbi. That's right.
Oh, his whole family shall be blessed for eternity. Oh, it's so great. This is Trump, guys. This is the fool that fell for this nonsensical, disgusting display. Like he literally thinks he is some savior to humanity. That's what Trump thinks right now. He thinks he's a god. Okay. He literally thinks he's a god. And that's why he's buying into this nonsense. And someone needs to slap that man real hard because dude, that dude is a fool. Like his friends need to wake him up and be like, yo, wake up, fool. You ain't a god. You ain't a god at all. And what you're supporting is wickedness and terrorism and terribleness. And this is and I'm not going to show this one because we're done here, but this video is also just, you guys can look it up. This video is Israeli people threatening a civilian cruise ship trying to bring aid. And they're literally saying like, you're responsible for your actions and your consequences.
International law. It is not only that, it is a war crime. You have no legal authority to enforce an unlawful blockade.
And so people that have been coming in, bringing aid to Gaza, have been getting their ships bombed. Like their civilian stuff that have been bringing stuff to try to help people and stuff. They've been getting their ships bombed. I've also seen a video of people in Gaza going into the ocean to try to swim or build like little rafts to get away. And dude, the freaking Israeli army shoots them. They shoot them in the ocean. They just shoot them like monkeys in a barrel. And it's the most disturbing thing to watch. They're just like capping these people that are going out into the ocean. And I don't know, like, dude, it is so wicked on so many levels. It is so evil on so many levels. And if you would just listen to what the rabbis say, I had another rabbi video. I'm not even gonna play it because we're done here. But like, dude, it is so evil. Is there still people attacking in the chat, by the way, GT?
No, I think it's calmed down.
The demons are done. I cast
They're not
them
done.
out.
Yeah, they've stopped for a while though, I guess.
Is there more demons talking to the chat? Because if there is, I'm gonna cast them out.
I think they stopped.
They come in here
after
again.
After you did that.
Yeah, they ever come back here again? Anyway, sorry. So that's pretty much it. Glad you guys are aware of this. This is very disturbing. This is what moves us. This is what moves my heart. You know, this is literally what is, you know, it says in the Bible, if you don't speak up, you're sort of liable in some regard. I mean, it doesn't say that in the Bible directly, I don't think, but it does say that if you're a coward, you don't speak up, you're a coward, and cowards go to hell.
Well, what it does say is that, you know, sin is not just something you do, it's also things you don't do.
Yeah.
Right? It's like if you know you can do something, you could help somebody. If all it is just speaking out against evil, if that's all you can do, then I mean, I feel like we're required to do that.
Yes. And this is, and like, honestly, we would be wrong in not doing this, I think, because we have a voice and we have a perspective, as people in the community to teach and show people the truth, like this is needed. This is necessary. You have to know these things to some degree so you know what's going on. This is why the world is being so chaotically ran. Hopefully you guys can like this video, like it a lot, share it with everybody. So that way everybody can get this understanding down and they can actually comprehend what's really going on. Because this is terrible, guys. This is really terrible. This is very sad, and it is, you should be moved in the spirit. You should be moved in the spirit of what's going on. And I don't think there's anything else I got to say, honestly. I think that's pretty much it. So
no,
hopefully
I think it's good.
Yeah, do some research, guys. Like read up on these topics. If you think that these things aren't real, dude, there's so many videos of, I've shown you not even a quarter, not even a tenth, not even a fifth, not even 2% of probably the videos I've seen, actually. Now that I take it back, probably not even 2% of the amount of videos that I've seen in each one of these subjects. Okay, look up Gaza, Israelis destroying food. Look up this Israeli settlers, guys. I really encourage you. Look up Israeli settler videos. It will very much wake you up to the truth of what's going on. Look up like all of this stuff, like what the Israelis are doing, Israeli torture videos. Like, bro, dude, when you start seeing this stuff, things I can't even show you. Things I can't even show you. And again, this is why TikTok was banned. This is the reason why. It had nothing to do with China. Had to do with all these Palestinian people coming out, because I know a girl that was Palestinian, super famous and popular on TikTok. Okay, on TikTok, her channel was really big. Well, guess what? The Israeli soldiers went in and blew a hole in her wall with a tank. So there's a massive hole where her piano is, where she used to play the piano, and then killed her. Okay, and then posted on her Instagram or on her TikTok. And then when Palantir took over TikTok, which was the first time they tried to block it, guess what? They took down all the accounts of the Palestinian people that were posting this stuff. Got removed. So if you're Palestinian, try to set up an account on TikTok, gone. They'll just take your account down. They don't let it go up on whatever it's called. Because Oracle took over. Who's the owner is Larry Ellison, who's buddy with Benjamin Netanyahu, and actually offered him a seat at the business. And that's the company that's now the content management system for TikTok.
Yeah.
And now a bunch of Jews are buying TikTok, by the way.
Here you go.
Anyways.
Here's the verse I was looking at right here. So this is James 4:17. So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin.
There you go. That should set in. You can't just sit by and like not say anything, guys.
So sin is not just things you do, it's the things you don't do.
Yeah. If you know the truth, you got to speak it. And it's at a cost, you know. There's a cost associated with everything. But
yeah,
I'm sure there's people that are hating this.
Officer Brandon Talmud, and we could get paid to say what's not true. But yeah, that's obviously wicked and a sin.
Absolutely. So, anyways, guys, thanks for coming on the show. Sorry it's so heavy. Sorry it's a sad subject today. Not my favorite subject to talk about, but hey, this needed to be talked about, and I'm glad the Lord pushed me to talk about it today. And I'm glad you guys can actually see what's going on. Do some more digging. Look these things up. Again, the internet's been hiding a lot of this. And thank you so much to my supporters. Tanner by the Sea. I'm telling everybody, that's awesome, bro. Tell everybody, share this video. Let people wake up to what's really going on, because once you understand it, you know, it makes sense.
And also,
there you go.
The fact that they will be trying to censor this stuff very soon doesn't matter. We already know.
Yep.
We already know now.
Yep.
And so just because we don't see the stuff that we've been seeing doesn't mean it's not happening.
Yep. Oh, and secondarily, guys, if you could download this video, go to YouTube Downloader, download this video, and post it everywhere. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Just download it. Get it so you have it so you can show people, because it might get taken down. Because this is probably not stuff they want us to see.
There's probably likely for sure things that YouTube will say that you have to remove. So if you saw it live, then good. If you haven't, if you can download it, then that's the only guarantee that you'll be able to see it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Or share it.
Thank you, favorite son. You're amazing. Appreciate it.
And also,
everybody.
there's a clip function on YouTube too. You can make clips from some of this stuff if you find it compelling.
Yeah, totally do clips. And just so you guys know, the biggest secret is that the Iron Dome's not real. And that's not something I've seen anybody talking about. Say what?
More propaganda.
Yeah, it's a propaganda machine. They're shooting their own rockets if they are shooting
Well,
rockets.
it's at least trying to give the impression that they are shooting rockets down every day.
Yeah.
And you saw the video. You did not see any rockets they were shooting down.
Yeah, and it terrorizes the people. So the people of Israel think they're getting rockets shot at them. So they're being brainwashed to thinking that they're being attacked all the time, which is why it radicalizes them. It's the perfect system for radicalizing people. We can't do that technology. You don't shoot rockets down with other rockets. You shoot it with lasers if you can. Okay? Like it's not possible to do what they're suggesting that their system does. It's like it just doesn't work. But anyways, that's a really big secret, guys. And I'm going to tell you right now, they probably aren't going to like this video because I'm talking about their secrets out loud. I ain't ever seen anybody talking about that, but I've figured that one out a while ago and been paying attention. So yeah, anyways. All right, guys, thanks for joining us today. And Lord, I just ask for a spirit of peace over everybody watching. Father, I just ask for give them boldness right now in the name of Jesus. Give them boldness to speak up and to say the truth and the things that need to be said, Father. I just ask for everybody watching right now. Give them strength. I pray protection over them. I pray for strength and boldness to talk to their family, to talk to their neighbors, to tell everybody what's going on, to tell the truth. And I ask for anybody that's watching this, I ask, especially from the very beginning of this video, you open their ears to reason and logic, and open their ears and their eyes to see what's actually going on, Lord. Because your heart breaks for these Palestinian people, and I know, Lord, and it is not good. This is not of you, Father, what they are doing. And so I just ask for peace, ask for your strength and our boldness to share the truth. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen.
Okay, that's it, guys. Have a good rest of your night.
God bless y'all.
Yes. Later.